October 1415. Britain's King Henry and his men face impossible odds on the fields of Agincourt. French forces outnumber them 5-1. Shakespeare immortalizes England's greatest battle and creates the modern ideal of service to country. Henry's rousing speeches echo from his time to ours.
Follow your spirit and upon this charge cry, God for Harry, England, and St. George.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
Kings and presidents claim power by persuading tens, then hundreds, then millions they are worthy. But first, a would-be ruler must convince himself. The newly crowned King Henry faces his first test, a gift from the French heir apparent.
What treasure, uncle?
Tennis balls, my liege.
We are glad the Dauphin is so pleasant with us. His present and your pains we thank you for.
Watching a play about a good leader be a good leader isn't particularly interesting. What's interesting is watching a play about a young man who's never had to do this before and who doesn't know if he can be a good leader step up and figure out how to do it.
But tell the Dauphin, I will keep my state, be like a king, and show my sail of greatness when I do rouse me in my throne of France.
And, rather than just sort of saying, how dare you insult me like this, he goes with the joke and turns it into a real threat. So it's amusing, and it's also, I think, terrifying for the ambassador, and it's a moment where Henry's advisors really gain some confidence in him, and they say, you know what, this boy king actually has something special.
Tell the pleasant prince, this mock of his hath turned his balls to gun-stones, and his soul shall stand sore charged for the wasteful vengeance that shall fly with them. For many a thousand widows shall this his mock out of their dear husbands, mock mothers from their sons, mock castles down. And some are yet ungotten and unborn that shall have cause to curse the Dauphin's scorn.
Young wartime leaders are invariably measured against Henry. The Kennedys invoke his aura by reciting the Band of Brothers speech at a 1962 White House dinner.
In a way, it's a subtle political argument to everyone there, to all of these incredibly smart, distinguished people. The President of the United States is saying, I have some of the qualities of one of the great English kings.
In every age, the path to power demands transformation. Suddenly, the wider world sees before them a leader.
You and I have the courage to say to our enemies, there is a price we will not pay, there is a point beyond which they must not advance.
There is not a liberal America and a conservative America. There is the United States of America. There is not a black America and a white America and Latino America and Asian America. There's the United States of America.
You have a king calling all of his men from the lowest peasant to the, highest noble brothers, equals. This is a king who speaks our language, and this is a king who actually is one of us, and that's somebody that we would follow and we would go to war with and we would die for.
Throughout history, pharaohs and emperors reign by divine right, claiming godlike powers. Henry V sparks the revolutionary idea of commoners choosing one of their own.
I am your servant. I don't come to you as a leader, as one above others.
I am honored to be here today to represent the American people. But I have to tell you that Hillary and I also come as parents, as husband and wife, as people who were your neighbors for some of the best years of our lives.
Strong leaders seize the moment with theatrical flair.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Like those who follow in his footsteps, Henry is a born actor and director.
Once more unto the breach, dear friends. Once more. Or close the wall up with our English dead.
He sees that his men are scared, and he gives them directions, just like a director would give a cast, on what they need to do. Specific physical instructions: stiffen the sinews, summon up the blood, disguise fair nature with hard-favored rage. He's telling them, flex your muscles, put on a game face and do it. And I know you don't feel courageous right now, but if you do these things, you will.
Now, set the teeth, stretch the nostril wide, hold hard the breath, and bend up every spirit to his full height. On! On, you noblest English!
He's tricky. He's got a public face, and then he's got a private face, but the private face is also kind of public. He's thought about what he's putting out there.
And you, good yeoman, whose limbs were made in England, show us here the mettle of your pastures. Let us swear that you are worth your breeding, which I doubt not. For there is none of you so mean and base that hath not noble luster in his eyes.
To hear a king saying to these common soldiers, each one of you has something special. Each one of you has something noble about you. Whether you're a farmer or a peasant, you're here with me now, and we're on equal footing. And if that doesn't stir something emotional in his men, I don't know what will.